Right, Padawan Neil viewers, welcome back to another Clash Royale video. Trying to get a bit more frequently uploading these kind of videos, and today I'm going to be showing you some Fisherman decks actually. Some decks I made with the Fisherman, or not I made. This deck I did make, and I wanted to play the Zappies in it as well, as it was the other buffed card in this season 13. Fisherman and Zappies both got buffs. Fisherman, as I think you know, is everywhere in the meta at the moment, absolutely ripping havoc on cards. And this deck, okay, I'll slow it down now. I was trying to speed it up till we get to the good action. This is an Ice Bow deck with the Valkyrie instead of the Knight. So I should win this, but I wanted to show it anyway because it's actually amazing how Ice Bow can do absolute damage with that rocket. And I'd kind of like to show how I implement different cards to stop his Expo, instead of just EQing and Royal Gianting, which are the main counters, but what I might do elsewhere. So Goblin Cage is one of the main defensive cards. As you can see, place it there, let it do its work, save Elixir, and then build a counter push off it, as you can see right here, with the Zappies in the back to help slow cards down. That's my big air defense, along with Zappies actually. Zappies are surprisingly good on the defensive end, I have to say. Look, they slow the balloons down if your opponent's playing balloon. They really do well. I played a P.E.K.K.A. bridge spam deck. I played against a P.E.K.K.A. bridge spam deck, and they were quite outstanding to deal with the P.E.K.K.A.s and the bandits, synergizing with my skeletons, which I don't actually have in this deck, I don't think. I'd use the heal spirit. I built another one with skeletons. Anyway, there's a Fisherman getting cards off the Royal Giant there. So that's one of its new purposes. As there it goes there, getting a lock onto the tower as well as that Tesla, getting about 320 damage, I believe. And then using that Royal Giant again, trying to use that Fisherman hook to pull away that Valkyrie. Meanwhile, the Royal Giant does damage on the tower, and he plays a late Tesla, which I will EQ, get the Ice Wizard as well, and take his tower down to 220 HP. As I play another Goblin Cage, like I said, defensively on point. He plays an Expo there. Unfortunately, it locks onto the Fisherman instead of the cage, but the Fisherman hooks onto the Expo, slowing it down massively, and then I can play an Earthquake here to help finish it off and make him spend tons of Elixir just trying to stop that Royal Giant. Meanwhile, I can just cycle using a Fisherman, hooking the Valkyrie in, and then it will hook the Ice Wizard in. Using the Goblin Cage as the defensive card, playing a Heal Spirit, and then Earthquake onto the Expo, finishing off the game. Right, that's the deck number 1. Let's catch you in deck number 2. And here it is. Right. So this is probably the most popular Fisherman deck I can think of. Giant skeleton in there, absolutely. I forgot how good it is at clocking up that lane, giving you that extra defensive value that you need, stopping big pushes like these. Unfortunately, we didn't have Royal Giant and Cycle here, so we used the Miner there defensively, trying to stop the Hunter from dying. Unfortunately, the Miner and the Hunter, for that matter, do end up getting killed. Now, here, I believe, what do? I think I save. We let the Fisherman go. They let the Fisherman go. Meanwhile, Fisherman... See, look how much damage it gets now versus what it got before. Now, one of the pro tips I've seen is play a Giant Skeleton in the back once you're confident that your opponent isn't going to opposite lane you. So that's what I did. And because we have the Fisherman in there as well for the defense. Now, everybody talks about this, so I'll talk about it as well. The Fisherman and the Hunter combo is absolutely deadly, as you probably all heard this on YouTube, other YouTube channels as well, but it truly is as good as people say it is. We'll play a Giant Skeleton here a bit late, but there go those defensive bats. Are just probably the best 2 Elixir cards inside Clash Royale at the moment. Just gets so much value. And anyway, he plays a wasted Magic Archer, which will just die to the Giant Skeleton Death Bomb. And there you go. Now, I haven't really gone on with any balloon pushers, but usually I like to get some of their air counters out, or just as they play a hunter in the back, it's not going to get as much value, and play a miner there, just trying to stop that hunter targeting. Meanwhile, we pull the Mega Knight away from the miner, trying to give me as much time as possible. Then the balloon death damage bomb will do damage to the hunter as he plays a mirror, and then here's where we just play that giant skeleton. Clog up the lane, we play a hunter there to make sure all cards are inside that giant skeleton death bomb, and the hunter will finish off that Inferno Dragon. Meanwhile, we play a skeletons here just to die, and there's the hunter again, showing you how good he is against the balloon there for the opponent, that is. We play a Desperation Batsy and not wanting to concede any damage, or ×2 it here. And we'll let the game just pan out as seen. Now, unfortunately, if I had an extra second, that Giant Skeleton Death Bomb would have done it. But thank you very much for watching. Those are my 2 Fisherman decks that I really love to use. And as always, take care, guys. Have a good one.